freshly hot. Hello, how are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it happens to be. I hope all is well with you at this point in time and all of this week and or month. I haven't been posting videos. I apologize for that. Uh, things happen, moods change, whatever. Um, this is October 12th, 2020. Monday, October 12th, as I am live streaming this. Today's birthdays for October 12th: Hugh Jackman, Sam Moore, Lynn Shay, Deborah Foreman, Kirk Cameron, Susan Anton, Adam Rich, Mark Donovan, who was the hulking zombie in Shaun of the Dead, 2004. I have them written down. That's what I'm looking at. Noriah Davis, and to the late Luciano Pavarotti and Dick Gregory. That was out of the top 150 of 1,213 names listed on IMDb. I did not recognize most of the people. I wrote I thought I wrote somebody who didn't actually have a picture because I was like, what? But there were some of those, and it's like I didn't recognize them, not him, as in one guy or something. I didn't recognize the women. I didn't recognize the men. This is still going to be hot, despite the snowman. Not to be confused with Jerry Reed from Smokey and the Bandit. The cut on my finger, at work, my blade was dull. I took it, flipped it around, so it was the sharp side now. The water, there are 2 packs of like 12 that are wrapped in plastic, and that's wrapped in plastic. So in order to get, there isn't like a pull string or anything to pull that to wrap it off. So using the blade, I cut down the middle on the one side in between the packages, and then I went to cut the other half side, forgetting it was a really sharp blade now. I went, this was a couple days ago. I've mentioned it before in my previous or second to previous video, whichever. So it's been a week, over a week, about a week. I went back to the box, first aid kit box. It's like a nice sized tote filled with Band-Aids, rubbing alcohol, vinyl gloves, different sizes of Band-Aids actually, gauze pads, the tape to hold the gauze pads. I want to say there's goggles in there. Not sure why. Just in case somebody gets a spurter, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. But there was some rubbing alcohol wipes, and I'm like, I am not going to like this at all. You ever need to be woken up, or do you need to wake someone up? If there's a cut on their hand, just alcohol swab them. They will wake up. I don't suggest doing that. I don't suggest cutting anyone purposely either to do the alcohol swipe, whatever, alcohol wipe. October 12th. Less than 2 weeks, I'll be 50. I have in my mind my birthday wish, which the previous birthday wishes have not come true, so I'm not sure why this one will. But I'm hoping. I really am hoping. You figure if I can get the one, the other three won't matter. It's like, or the other two of the three won't matter. I won't. It's. Uh, I would like my books to sell. I need to finish typing up book 4. I was going to yesterday. I was at the library. Library. I was at the laundromat. They both start with L. I was at the laundromat. I had my laptop. I had my notebooks that I had the stories written in, and I was like, uh, I I was so wanting to do it, but then I started. The dryer was going. I'm like, okay, yeah, work the story. Try and get that. And before the dryer was done, because I worked third shift and I was there in the morning, so it was one of those. I'm tired. And then I got home, didn't go to sleep, didn't go to bed until about 2 o'clock. Excuse me. Didn't type anything either. Stupid. uh, I really want to start typing too. I was thinking of getting a pizza yesterday, but it was like I looked down at the clock. I was like, "Yay, it's 12. I can call." Pulled out the menu. I was like, well, maybe I could hold off for a few minutes on that. Playing games, looking at videos on YouTube. Look down at the clock. 1 o'clock. Because at noon, when it turned noon, I looked at the menu and I'm like, I really don't want to go out and get it, and they don't deliver. So I could have called someplace that does deliver, but then that would have been like, so I decided not to. Sam Moore, he's a singer. He played Reverend Morris, I believe, in Blues Brothers 2000. Hugh Jackman, I can't recall what he's been in. Just kidding. X-Men, Les Miserables, the one movie with Meg Ryan. Lynn Shay, she was in Insidious. She's been in other things. I can't recall right now at the moment. Deborah Foreman, she was an 80s mainstay actress. You saw her just about in everything. Waxwork, Valley Girl. My Chauffeur. That was it. My Chauffeur. Sam J. Jones was in that, who played Flash Gordon. He was in Ted 2, I believe, or Ted. I think it was Ted 2. I haven't seen either of those. I find that odd. Kirk Cameron, of course, was Growing Pains, the Mike Seaver. Mike? Was that the dad? Played by Alan Thicke. No, hey, that was right. Mike. Susan Anton, model, I believe, actress. She may have appeared in some things. Adam Rich, Eight is Enough TV show. He's done some things since then, but I couldn't tell you what at the moment. As I said before, Mark Donovan was the hulking zombie. I think he's being typecast because he's heavyset dude in one movie. He's a large guy in the other, and it's like, fat customer. It was like, can't. I mean, although according to Danny Trejo, I had to think for a minute. He said, "Why not go with what you know?" Because he's always playing tattooed Latina or tattooed Latino, whatever. Uh, tattooed menacing Latino with, it's like, and he's like, somebody had asked him if he ever felt like he'd being typecast, and he's like, "Go with what you know." Could you see me as a lawyer? That I'd almost like to see. I'd almost like to see him playing an attorney in something that would. I mean, it would totally change direction for him, I'm sure. I mean, people look at him and be like, okay, because you figure the Latin community would see him and be like, he's an attorney. And if he did it reasonably well, instead of thinking that all that's good for them is gang banging and being a thug or whatever, or a rapper, and it's true for everybody. I'm not just pigeonholing or pinpointing on one particular anybody. I'm just saying, people would see him as something other than, and I think it would, I don't know, be a positive model type thing. I mean, he's an actor. Okay, so Danny Trejo, that's and the late Luciano Pavarotti. Why do I always feel like I'm mispronouncing his name? Luciano Pavarotti. Dick Gregory, of course, people should know him, who he is. I particularly at this moment don't. I know he was a positive role model. Or he was trying to change things to a better curriculum of thing. The audio cassette, according to the picture, Electric Dreams, Virginia Madsen. The guy in the picture is Lenny Von Dolan, who was in the movie. You can tell because he's wearing glasses, and that was the character he played. I saw this at the movie theater when it came out originally. I believe it was 1984. 1984. Together in Electric Dreams, performed by Giorgio Moroder with Philip Oakey. Video by Jeff Lynne. The Dream, Culture Club, The Duel, Giorgio Moroder. Now You're Mine by Helen Terry. Love is Love by Culture Club. That one was played at my work. It's been a couple of years. Love is everything to me. Maybe it was on my headphones and I heard it. I don't remember. Chase Runner by Heaven 17. Let It Run by Jeff Lynne. I like that one. That's like a Madeline's Theme by Giorgio Moroder. Electric Dreams by P.P. Arnold. In the movie, besides Lenny Von Dolan and Virginia Madsen, the voice of Bud Cort as Edgar, the computer. This, of course, was before a lot of people were tech savvy. I haven't watched it in a while, but I think he spilled champagne on the keyboard, which would really have no effect on the computer system itself. Um, you just stick all the keys together, you get that, and not make, and be like spilling water on the mouse. Mouse won't work after that. You'd have to dry it out or get a new mouse. You figure spilling champagne on the keyboard shouldn't affect, because you figure the box for the computer, and then you have the monitor. Although in some cases you have the computer inside the monitor, so it's. I had a crush on Virginia Madsen when I saw this, and I'm like, oh. You figure at the time in 1984, I was most likely 13. Also appeared in the movie was Maxwell Caulfield. It's not listed, I had to think. He was in Grease 2. And I've skipped birthdays, but there was okay, October 9th. Liz and Gene Segal, they were the cheerleaders in Grease 2. They had a TV show called Nothing But Trouble. No, Double Trouble. Double Trouble? Yeah. It was also Scott Bakula's birthday on October 9th. Brian Blessed, who was, if you know who it is, Tony Shalhoub, Michael Perry. October 11th, Daryl Hall, Matt Bomer, Jane Krakowski, Joan Cusack, Dawn French, producer Justin Lin, Cardi B, Bill Randolph, who played Jeff in Friday the 13th, Part 2, 1981. To the late Luke Perry, Ron Liebman, Earl Hyman, who played Russell Huxtable on The Cosby Show, 1984 to 1992. Author Elmore Leonard. That was, of course, October 11th, which was yesterday at the time of this recording. Live streaming, however you want to call it. Live on the air. Views and opinions expressed in this video are those of the person saying it. That's me, Fremont Lee. Hi, how are you doing? Hope all is well. I really do. But yeah, I had a crush on her. I wanted to see the movie again after already watching it, but asking my dad to pay for the tickets, or for the ticket for me to see it again, I don't believe he would have. And actually doing that at the time would not have been thought of. I think by most people. I don't think most people would be like, I'm going to go watch that again. Yeah. Only movie I ever did that to was Angus. George C. Scott, Kathy Bates, Chris Owen, Charlie Talbert. Ariana Richards, I think. She played Melissa Lefevre. James Vanderbeek was also in that. But I watched it, turned around, got a free fill on the popcorn and drink, or bought a second ticket, got a refill on the popcorn and drink, went back in to the theater and watched it. That was at Showcase Cinemas in Ann Arbor, I believe. I believe Ypsilanti was a little further over, but it was close to both. Uh, Bud Court, of course. Harold and Maude, classic movie. Ruth Gordon, who was Ma in Any Which Way But Loose, or Every Which Way You Can, or however the titles were. The Clint Eastwood bare knuckle boxing movies that he did with the orangutan. I was adding a G to that. It's not orangutan. It's orangutan. Clyde's his own person. That was a little more Muse Watson than Clint Eastwood. Jeffrey Lewis was in that. Sandra Locke. Sorry, I'm just going off on things now. But I haven't been able to find the movie on DVD. It might be dated a little bit because, as I said, he spills champagne on the keyboard, which affects the computer. It's like, how? But it was a new concept, home computers at the time, 1984. Not to be confused with the book by George Orwell. But Big Brother's watching. If you are watching, I'd like to win the Mega Millions tomorrow night, or the Powerball Wednesday, or Lucky for Life, or whatever lotto game I played, rather. Excuse me. I haven't won yet. As I said, views and opinions expressed in this video are those of the person saying it. My shirt today is a Taz. It's a lunatic because he's the Looney Tunes. So it's Loon as opposed to with a U. It's 2 O's. I checked the copyright date, but this shirt is... I've had it for a while. I've had it for a long while. 1992 probably wouldn't surprise me one bit. Oh, trademark down there. Oh, ear's not there. How's it going? Nope, don't see it. With the full effect. Lunatic streetwear. Oh, no wonder I couldn't find it. It was down there on the bottom. Can't sure if you can see it. Can't sure. Not sure if you can see it. 1992. I was right. I believe I got this at the Warner Brothers store at the Briarwood Mall. For you youngins that don't know what a mall is, was this big building with several different stores in there. For you youngins, a store is a place you go to. That was funny. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're having a beautiful evening. Hope all is well. Stay hydrated. I do have water. I've been refilling this for a few days now. Uh, you figure tap water into my water filter thing to filter out the chlorine smell. I don't know why it smells like chlorine. I didn't even know you knew chlorine. Like Maureen. It's all right. I think I'm funny. It's all right. I'm fine. What's in your coffee? Nothing. I'm kidding. No, it's coffee. Can you see it? Cream and coffee. French vanilla cream as opposed to half and half. There was a time I didn't mind drinking half and half, but it just didn't taste right when it's like I'd use it to when I made my scrambled eggs. You figure cheese, a little half and half. I threw in some sour cream too, just a little bit. While the pan was heating up, I had the bacon pieces on there in it, and with some pepper, and kind of gave it a little like a tremor. If you've ever seen Jurassic Park, when the water glass is going to kind of same similar concept. Uh, for those trying to picture what I was doing, I suppose like no frying pan with the eggs. Excuse me. I haven't done that in a while. I have eggs. I don't have sour cream or half and half, but I'll use the French vanilla. The bags of bacon at the store on the shelves is like the toilet paper way back when this thing hit. For some reason, there's none on the shelf, so I don't know what's going on. Didn't know what the hell was going on with the toilet paper either. It was like, what the fuck? Direct quote, by the way. Yeah, I saw her in another movie. She was one of three ladies who has a male friend who ends up looking like the singer because they end up dressing him to help get into the place. And of course, the singer was actually played by the same actor. Duh. I'm my own uncle's brother because I went down to. It's like what? You've seen the movies like that. Wow, you look just like your great uncle or great grandpa or whatever. Same actor playing the same person. What they should do is hire twins. That way, they could be in the same scenes together without using CGI. Just a thought. You figure identical twins look enough alike. I mean, certain changes, I could probably play Jason Alexander's brother. People have said it. I had a little more hair at the time. I mean, I still have hair. It's just. Okay, I'm at half hour. I'm gonna cut this a little now soon. I haven't listened to this because it's on cassette. There aren't any places I've found. I'm gonna have to look online to find a place that sells cassette players. But if you can, look up Jeff Lynne, Let It Run. Jeff Lynne, Jeff Lynne, Lynne. Not to be confused with Lin Shaye's name, which is Lin. But Jeff Lynne, Lynne, Let It Run. It was used in the movie. They were trying. No, wait, that was the Pepsi song. Sounds like cola. Video. That's what it was, with an exclamation. They were in the movie. Lenny Von Dolen's character has the computer, which is left at home, and it hears Virginia Madsen's character playing the cello, and it's like playing the cello. So it is the computer is mimicking the noise or trying to match it, but it sounds computer generated, because computer, there's The Duel. That's what it is. The Duel, by Giorgio Moroder. There's the cello's playing. I don't know. I don't believe Virginia Madsen played it. But then again, I don't believe the computer was actually playing the music, but it could have. I don't know. But the Duel, it's a real cello playing against the computer. So you get the cello playing to the computer sounding, which sort of goes in my head is going with the dueling banjos from Deliverance, which is not an accurate description because one's a piano. How'd they do that? No, one's a guitar, the other is a banjo. So it's like dueling banjos. It'd be like Tom Petty calling them ukuleles or ukulele, which guitars just. But that was, if you can find the movie Electric Dreams, I highly recommend it. Maybe it's just nostalgia floating around in my head. But I enjoyed the movie as a 13-year-old. And I want to say I've tried watching it since then. I haven't been able to really find it. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere because I remember watching it. I think it was on VHS tape, the thing before DVDs came up. DVDs, of course, were the precursor to Blu-ray. Similar concept, just higher grade, I believe. But if it can be found on DVD, I would love to be able to find it. I know the studio wasn't thrilled with Rad, the bicycle BMX movie. So that's never really been released on DVD, a home video. Or it may have been released on home video, but it was like cut. It was just whatever, just get rid of it. But I found it. Not a legitimate copy, it was a real copy. It just wasn't legitimate, if you know what I mean. If I was wearing a patch, you can't see it, but I'm actually winking. Um, just whatever. I think that was in an episode of The Office. I've never really watched The Office. I saw 2 episodes, but someone I went to high school with was on an episode. He said, "Oh, I'm on this week," so I watched. Okay, next week. So that was 2 episodes I watched. I'm sure people love it. It's like, oh, it's great. And it's like, how how long are these people at this business doing this little documentary, whatever, being there for? It's just I don't. I was writing some stories on yellow note paper. I ended up writing "This is Pointless" on several pages because at the time I was writing, it did feel pointless. I am currently happy that I am writing. I don't want to actually discuss the 3 birthday wishes that I have. Excuse me. So you figure if I get the one, the other 2 won't really matter. Because if I get the one, the second one, I'll keep doing. I don't mind. And the third one would be taken care of in a positive way where I don't have to. But it's all here, just like story number 6. I just have to come up with dialogue, uh, some character names, like a love interest. I need a name for the love interest. Not really a love interest, just the guy just doesn't want to go to the movie by himself. So asking a coworker, it's like, you know, it's like I just don't want to go by myself. Figure we go to the movie, we can go out to eat afterwards, discuss the movie, find out what's going on, find out, you know, and then separate, you can go, I will go, whatever. Which comes back by the end of the movie or by the end of the book, the story, where it's like, hey, it's like, because high school, which is the nickname I'm giving one of the characters, uh, because everything seems to just, it's all gossip. Oh, I heard this, I heard that. It's like, yeah, okay, high school. It's just great. It's uh, sorry, uh, I have I have it. It's in there. It's just getting it down to paper. It's is the trouble, and the place where the creative juices are coming is the place I don't want to be. So when I'm at lunch, I'm like writing book 5 because I want to finish that before I start book 6. I still have to finish typing book 4. I have the day off yesterday. I was going to type. I just, today, I have the day off. I could do it. I just need to clear the shit off of the table to fucking get some room so I can plug in my laptop and type on that because I it's some I don't know. I could do it here. My brother will be home. I heard they're fight too. Clip. I should not. I should no. Mm-mm. Sorry. I'm going to stop right there with that. I don't want to. you know, thank you for watching. I'm sorry for that little at the end there. But you probably figure out that's one of the three that I'd like to get my own place somewhere. Because if the first thing happens where I win the Mega Millions or the Powerball or something, I would have enough. I'd get my own place somewhere. Boom, that takes care of this number one, where getting a new place. And I would hope that in my book I could quit where I'm working, have the money invested, have money set aside to where I'm like, okay, and then I can write as much as I want, and I could exercise more. I'm not trying to be big and bulky like Arnold and Stallone. Um, my body type, I am not compact like Bruce Lee. You figure he worked out a lot. He did a lot of that, all that, and he's just, I can't. It's, uh, I come from a big family. It's quite a big. Yeah, I mean, we're all, we're not all. I don't want to say we're all fat. It, I don't know. You know what? I'm sorry. I rambled a little bit right there, and I apologize. Please, I hope you have a good day. Be kind to each other. We're all going through shit as always, and hopefully, if we're kinder to each other, maybe things will ease up on that. Thank you for watching. Have a good day or night.